Welcome back to another video on my channel. So today we are checking out another keyboard kit which is really interesting, and I know a lot of you guys are interested in too. So you guys previously know I've checked out the Next Time 75, the wired version. So this is basically the wireless version. This right here is the FEKER IK75, also known as the 75v3. Really interesting keyboard, and today everything is sent over by Banggood for me to check out. So a huge thank you to Banggood, and let's get this video started. Let's unbox it. So on the top left, we can see the FEKER name, FEKER IK75v3 gasket. Then we can see the layout of the keyboard, really nice with the knob right here. And down the bottom it says 2.4 is suitable for drive. Really interesting box. On the other side it's all black, but then at the back we have some specifications right here. So it has Type-C connection, RGB lighting, hot swap power function, 8000 mAh battery, and a 75 mechanical keyboard layout. Now let's unbox it. So right on top here, we can actually see the layout of the keyboard again, and then it goes through all of the function keys. On the right side, you can pause if you want to read this. And on the back, it's even much more stuff about the keyboard. You can again pause if you want to read, but we'll proceed to the unboxing. So this is the keyboard right here. They do have the FEKER name. It's kind of upside down, but that's okay. Let me just take it up. So this is everything you get with the kit, but I just want to mention that it's really good that FEKER actually provides with this plastic cover, so you can cover up your keyboard at night so there won't be any dust falling onto it. Now let's check out everything in the box. So the first thing I actually noticed right here is this really nice braided cable right here. So it's a Type A to Type-C cable, and it has a Type-C name on here. It feels really premium and nice. Honestly, this is quite amazing that FEKER includes this. Really nice from them. And then now let's check out this. This right here is just some switches by FEKER, so you can check them out if you want to try it out. These are another 5 switches that FEKER makes. Besides that, you also get a 2-in-1 keycap and switch puller right here with the FEKER logo on it. Let me just peel it off the sticker. And it looks amazing, honestly. Really nice for this inclusion. Now let's check out the keyboard. So this is the keyboard kit right here. They do give some extra things in this little plastic right here. Let me just take it out. So another thing you get is this in the package. These are some extra screws to basically screw the plate and the PCB together, because they give you an extra plate. So the extra plate they give right here is actually this POM plate or some ABS soft plastic plate. Really flexible, and this will give a really good sound signature as this is a gasket mounted keyboard. Now let's check out what we actually get with the keyboard. So the version I get right here is the 75v3 again. So these are some specifications of the keyboard. You can actually pause if you want to read it. But basically I got the smoke transparent black version right here that is really nice. So I'm gonna bring you guys around. So on the front, as you guys can see, it is a white plate right here. This is a metal plate, so you can switch it out to the POM plate given by them. It's 5-pin hot swap, and it's north facing RGB LED, so that might be a problem for some of the keycaps. And over here we have the knob right here, so it's a black knob. Feels really smooth. Then we have some indicators right here, like for caps lock, win, 2.4 GHz, and Bluetooth mode. Then of course we have the exploded layout, like with the functions here and the up, down, left, right arrow keys. And they do provide some cherry plate mounted steps, which are really nice over here. And the top is just black, smoke black, as you guys can see. And then there is the Type-C connector on the left side. This is the side profile of the keyboard, really nice. It's all just this matte black transparent. And this is the back of the keyboard. You can kind of see the two 4000 mAh batteries, so it makes up 8000. And then we have a little slot there to put your badge in if you want to badge this keyboard. Then you get these feet right here, which are adjustable to 2 heights, which is really nice, I think. So first height is this small little one, and then you get a higher one with this. And then of course on the left side you get the 2.4 GHz dongle, and then right underneath that you get the on-off switch, so you can switch between Bluetooth, 2.4 GHz, and Type-C mode right here. Really nice. So that is basically it for the whole keyboard. Now let's dismantle it and take a look inside. That honestly took more strength than needed, so this is so hard to pop out, so I recommend doing it really slowly. Basically I can remove the frame now, and let's check out what's in the kit. So this is actually really interesting. Opening up the kit, we actually get some foam on the bottom right here to cover up the battery. This is some quite thick foam already, so I won't be adding any more foam into it. And on the bottom here, we can see this kind of foam at the back of the PCB. They'll work like a tape mod also. Really nice inclusion from FEKER. And then we can just see that this is a really interesting build with a lot of things included already. So just at the topic of this, you can see all of the gasket mounts right here. So all these white silicone parts are basically where the gasket will sit. So what I think I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to replace the plate that we have right now with this POM plate, and then we can put everything back together and start the build. So after unscrewing the plate from the PCB, we can actually see that they also include this. This is some foam again in between the plate and the PCB. This is some really nice foam. Really happy that FEKER is including all of these accessories so we don't have to buy them down the line. Now I'm just going to put in the new steps over here, put it into the plate and then screw it back together and it should be fine. So the new stabilizers I'm using are some cherry plates mounted stabilizers which I have already wholly modded. So to install the POM plate, you're actually going to need the screws that were given inside the box. So you'll need one of this golden piece and one of this screw right here. These will basically work as standoffs for the other screws to screw in. So this is how the standoff basically looks like. So I've screwed it into place. So you screw it from the top and then you just put the golden piece on the bottom and it should look like this. So I've just installed all the standoffs. All together there are 6 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really nice to install. Now we can just assemble everything back together. So that is it. Let me just turn it on to see if the keyboard still works. So I just turned the keyboard on. It looks like it's fully functioning. All the RGB looks really nice, and you can see that there is some side RGB all around this keyboard, and this is the translucent black version, so it looks really nice. Now let's turn it off and put in all of the switches. So for the switches today, I'll be using some FEKER switches. These are the FEKER Crystal linear switches. So they are a really cool looking switch. They have like this crystal look to it, hence the name Crystal linear switches. And they come with a 62 gram spring, and they do come slightly looped from the factory, so this is quite nice. So it's kind of looped and it is pretty smooth out of the box, and it comes with a 3-pin at the back, so this is easy to do hot swap. And of course a dust proof wall design, which is basically where there is some extra sides on the stem where dust cannot go through it. This is how the keyboard looks like with all of the switches in. Honestly, it's looking really nice with these crystal switches, especially with the RGB on. The shine through is amazing on these switches. I'm really looking forward to how the final product looks. Now we can move on to the keycaps. So for the keycaps right here, these are some KB Defense Epbt ABS double shot keycaps. They're kind of like a Dolch sky kind of look, and they look really awesome and feel really nice. So again, they are double shot ABS, so they are quite thick and they have really nice legends on them. Really excited to use this on the keyboard. So this is what the keyboard looks like with all of the keycaps in. Honestly, I love this colorway. The gray and blue really fits this smoky black of the keyboard. So for the knob of this keyboard is actually interchangeable. So it is the same knob as the TOM 680 or the LK67. So if any spare knobs sitting around, you can actually use them. So I think I'll be using the stock one. With everything done, I think this keyboard is looking really damn nice. Let's move on to the typing sound test. So after using this keyboard, the FEKER IK75, or also known as the 75v3 right here, honestly I have to say this kit is really worth it. For around 200 to 300 ringgit or around $50 to $60, this is definitely a good kit. So you get a lot of stuff in the kit. You get an extra POM plate, you get extra foam inside, you get a plate foam, you get some foam behind the switches, and then you get some foam in the case. Honestly, with the wireless functionality, Bluetooth 5.0, and the 2.4 GHz and the Type-C, honestly this kit has a lot of things packed to it, and for the price is definitely worth it. So in my opinion, if you're in the market for a layout like this, a 75% exploded layout with the knob, this is definitely a buy. It's definitely a go for me. Modding it can be a little bit hard, like opening up the case took some time, but after getting used to it, it should be really easy. So this is definitely one of my favorite keyboard builds right now, and honestly I'm quite satisfied with the results. So a huge thank you to Banggood for sending over this kit. Honestly, I had a great time building it, and this is definitely a very good experience, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video as well. So leave a like on this video if you liked it, dislike this video if you didn't like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I have more keyboard content like this coming very soon, and as always, thanks for watching. Goodbye guys.